On the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
First carry for Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
Down. Yellow, 22.
Glove. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here we go.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 42 yards. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now. 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Ric Flair.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. And a fake here. Direct snap to the end man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Value three.
To throw is Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Bates' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On the double.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go. Ready?
Counter play with Jacobs. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers! Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. As these guys are able to extend their lead.
You see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here in this go-around, 1st and 10. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
20.
Goff. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's exactly what defense is talking about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And taken right at the 35. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Ready.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. Black 40. Green Jack.
Love wants to shift things around. Now this aired out deep for Reed. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop any of those. With third down coming up.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on third down and long.
Yellow. Foot rail. Yellow. Red.
Love looking to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
But that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Out of the gun, Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 120.
The 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 43.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 11 yards there, just like last play.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Red, 10 cycles. 43 rail. Cut.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And it's going to be another first down as he'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now Love. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Ready. Yellow, slide blue. Set, go.
Here's Love. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 2nd and 6.
Striker, 3-3. 560. Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And a loose football. And the Lions have recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling? And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Ready.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by McManus is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready?
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Fight. 97. Ready.
Love now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that course, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. A beautiful hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And they're on the 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Okay, break. Set, rep, and cycle.
Love back to it here after the pick 6. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
52 blue. Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down at 7. There's Goff. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know, they got away with one there. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Gibbs on the toss left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard
Back to throw, Goff. Now they go screen, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's Goff. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
at their own 28-yard line.
On the ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmaker.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 72 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found it downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Go. Line 20.
Gone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
We go tonight. 180. What's that?
Play action. It's gone. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Second down and 6 now.
Set, ready. Set.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Got it.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Yellow, 43, claws red. Ready?
Looking to throw. Love. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
The kicker on
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Oh, nice move. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Love. Able to find his man, Kraft.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Come on, set. Ready.
Here's Love. And this is incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
50, green. Steel, black. Hut.
Now Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20.
10 seconds.
First down.
Love looking to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down, Detroit.
And they take a knee.
We go tonight. White play.
Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Detroit, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On outside of Los Angeles. Let's stop and count before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me, and I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly, but the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot. On nothing short of masterpiece. I said, oh, I need to know. Yeah, is that your man? Yeah, cause if it isn't, I'ma make my very best for you tonight. So sung her I wore when it came hard to breathe. Had to focus